Alright, so money. The previous video I talked about the richest man in Babylon. You have to save money to invest. That's true. But I'm gonna teach you another one. It's called OPM, other people's money. The first one, you have to save money, of course, first. If you don't really have any money, it's not a choice unless you have a rich mom or rich dad that really can give you just money. But most of the time we don't have that rich mom or rich dad or rich uncle. What we do have is our own 2 hands and 2 feet. So what are we going to do about it? Of course, find a job first, and then JOB stands for just over broke, by the way, in my previous video, as you know. And then you save, and then you say to yourself, I have not enough money to save. OPM, other people's money. What is that? That is the banks, the financial institutions, even your family, friends. I'll tell you later how to do that. And also all the other sources where you can get money from. It's called OPM, other people's money. So you need to build up a most important word when it comes to OPM. How to get a lot of that is trust. Yes, that is the secret word of getting money, because the bank will trust you if you can handle money. So the banks will not say, oh, he is such a nice guy, or she is such a nice girl, let me give him or her money. No, it doesn't work like that. The banks will always ask you for a lot of stuff, but 3 most important part is your trust. Basically your credit score. And they don't look at your diploma. They don't care what kind of school you've gone through. They don't say, oh, excuse me, which university are you coming from? Or no, they don't care. They look at your credit score. That's why you have to have this kind of credit. They look at your balance sheet, basically your P&L, and they look at your own bank account when you bank with that kind of banks. And of course, last but not least is collaterals. Okay? So they look at your credit score, they look at your collaterals, so what kind of house, or most of the time is houses, that they can sell in case you cannot pay. They always are very risk averse, alright? And always remember, you only go to the bank when you don't need money. Yeah, it's counterintuitive, because when you go to a bank when you need money, they won't lend it to you.